Hey guys, what's going on? Bazza here with episode 2 of Kerbal Space Program Adventures. With your host, of course, Bazza, me. And this episode I decided I was going to create an interplanetary spaceplane, which worked out well, I must say. So video worked out well. It took me about 3 hours total over like 2 recording sessions, so it was pretty intense. Most of it was just trying to actually get the thing bloody docked, because I should have really added more RCS thrusters around the area of it, and so because of that, it sort of took me longer than I would have liked to. And let me just log out of Skype here so I can actually not get disturbed. Yeah, that's logging out. You guys might have heard it then. And so you can see we're just making sort of like, if you guys know, I'm pretty sure most of you guys watch Star Wars, but it's like that thing of Star Wars, where they get sort of docked in the little, in between it, and then they fly off, and go whoosh. And that's why I decided to name it an interplanetary thing. So it has 4 engines, and that really, I guess, helped. It actually helped in the launching of the actual thing, because the entire ship was a bit too heavy, even for what I had added to it, and yeah, it looked in the end it went alright. So there we go. There's our companion, which I called it the companion. Yeah, I called it the I'm rambling. We'll find out what it was called in a second. Let me just see what it was called. But it was a very nice ship. What do we call it now? The Interplanetary Companion Mark 1 is what we called it. That was it. The Interplanetary Companion. Why? I don't know, because it's a companion of a ship, so, you know, companion. It's like the companion cube of Portal 2, if you know what I'm talking about, if you know what I mean. So we did that, and I just did a bunch of typing random crap that I can't actually read. And then we got into the plane, which I called the Eagle Mark 1, I believe. And I was going to load this in and just build the thing underneath it, and then I'm like, no, that's going to be a bit too complicated, I'm not going to bother. So, then we're just like, here we go, start doing this. And it looks nice. It will be able to fly. If I can get it to Leif, it will be able to fly around, as I did add atmospheric engines on it. So it is capable of flying to planets that have atmosphere, which I'm pretty happy about. But it is in no way capable of landing on any moon, I believe. But you know, that's how most space planes are. And no, I did not want the reason why I did it like this is that these actually both end up being on rockets shooting upwards, is because I don't know how to build an SSTO for shit. I understand the mechanics and how to build one. I can just never get the size, propulsion, lift, weight, and all that shit right. So it's their own way. And I really should have added more RCS thrusters to this, because it gets really hard to turn. That's what really did cause the problems with docking, which took me beyond an hour and a half. Because the building bit's about half hour, and adding everything is about, and then getting everything to orbit's about probably another 20 minutes, and then the rest of the video, and then the rest of my time doing this was pretty much just trying to dock this thing, which you'll be surprised by how it ends up in the end, which is a really good way that happened. And it's just gonna slowly transition into the building stage. The building stage where we start building the lift stage for the companion. As you can see, I just added like a little separate thing here. And what happened was that while building this, I actually accidentally ended up adding what did I end up doing? I forgot to add any form of electricity, which was stupid, because this thing is running on probes. It runs electricity, it's not going to be able to work. And yeah, so I had to pretty much restart. I got up there and I'm like, wait a second, I can't move this thing around, because it was at a weird orbit, so it was going to be hard really to catch up to it and do what I wanted to it. So I had to relaunch it, but we will see the building of the original right here, which I cut up a bit, so you guys don't have to go through all that. And so, Kerbal Space Program Adventures will be my new will be my new series, as I did reformat and pretty much lost everything because of how idiotic I can be when reformatting, because I just forgot like half the files. And you should be able to hear something going up. And so then I had to do all this manual, because when you transfer stuff from the Spaceplane hangar, you have to do all the random crap of all the adjusting and all that. So I had to do that, and here we go, as you can sort of see it. We're actually lifting off now, and this was actually hard. It took a lot longer than I thought with this, because it only was 3 fuel tanks and just your normal fucking launch stage. Normal fucking launch stage? Yeah, I think I should probably keep this PG rated, maybe. So anyway, we did that. This thing flew really well until I realized, wait, I'm gonna need to activate my nuclear engines to actually get this thing into a proper orbit, which I actually had to do, which I believe will be coming up. Let's see. Sorry for anyone who has epilepsy there. I just thought, you know, and then here we go. Activate them. Give us the extra boost that I needed, which I think I burned them for about a good minute in here. This is at 4 times plus speed, because I was not going to commentate for about... I didn't want to do a half an hour video. I didn't want to do a 20-minute video. 12.5-minute video seemed about right, so that's what we're doing here. 12.5-minute video. So, as you can see, got the thing into orbit, blah blah, did all the normal stuff that we'd do. Finally get into orbit and then realize, oh wait, I need electricity or else I'm going to run out. But I think this is the version where I actually had electricity on it, so it didn't really end up mattering in the end. And as you can see, we have our... This is a new launch stage that I tried, because I was thinking... So we've got, you'll see it as it takes off, but... It has 8 engines for the lift stage. It's got 2 in the middle and 6 on the outside, which is a new... I've never tried it before, and it actually works really well, but I guess that's because of the weight actually on top of the Spaceplane. I just added some of these on to keep it sort of in a straight thing, and I thought this thing was going to rip itself apart at one point, because it was shaking violently. I'm sure the Kerbal in there thought he was going to die, and as you can see my little flag over there with all the crazy colours, and I believe I was checking an email at this point, and this is why it's like this. So we'll keep watching. Ah, there we go. We're going. And what's happening on Facebook? Something's happening. And there we go. And launching up. You can see that thing. This is in 4 times speed also. And just look at the shaking, the amount of vibrating and shaking that this pilot must be going through. Look at the pilot. He's going nuts. I think he was called Camlet or something like that. Camlet was scared. He was scared. He was shaking. I'm pretty sure he might have lost a few of his sense. Well, not his sense. He's just, I don't know, sort of that. But look at him. Look at him jumping around. That's how bloody crazy the booster stage was. But it is a really nice booster stage. It moved really well. And it actually works, so I think I might actually use this for future space planes and all that jazz. And here we are. I pretty much skipped through all the trying to fucking rev-induce with it, and we are already here in a magical seconds. Whoa, magic! I'm a wizard, obviously. So here we are, and this took longer than I would have wanted it to, because as you can see, getting this thing actually to dock was ridiculously hard. I had to try so... How I ended up doing it eventually, you'll see, but it was a bit of a cheap way to actually do it. So as you can see, I'm about within 50 to 40 meters of it. Oh, 40, must have been 40 to 20 or something. And trying to actually dock this thing was ridiculously hard. I was at this stage for about a good 20 minutes or so. And I believe this is just at 2 times speed or something like that. And for some reason, it was just lagging. It wasn't lagging horribly, but it was lagging. Which I think was because of Twitch, which I did record with, because when I've been recording with Twitch, I mean not Twitch, fucking XSplit. XSplit local recording is so much better than Fraps. It gives you smaller file sizes, and the files actually render faster as well due to Cinema 4D not Cinema 4D, bloody Sony Vegas has to re-encode the uncompressed FRAPS files into this, and meanwhile, if I just do this, well, it's pretty simple what happened. I mean, you can see what happened. These files render so much faster, which is a really great help at all, because Fraps is just a dick. So I'll use Fraps for a lot of things, but I think I'm going to actually start using XSplit a lot more. So if you guys actually, or maybe if you guys have the cash to buy an XSplit license, I would recommend XSplit. But if you don't, probably get OBS. I'm not sure if it supports local recording. I think I'm pretty sure it does, but we'll see. So anyway, here I am, getting closer and closer to victory on our thing. We're just struggling to get to the last final bits, and I'm having to switch between docking mode and staging mode. And you see, I just knocked the thing over. I'm afraid that something's gonna snap. I'm sort of in it, and this is, you guys will see what happens. I use this as an opportunity to dock with it because I'm sort of stuck at this point where I don't know how I'm gonna get around it. So we're gonna dock into it backwards, the wrong way round, which is still fine. It has the whole probe thing. It has its own engines anyway, which is the whole point. It's like there's like a fly flying around my room. Get away, please. So as we try and get in, get closer, and what's stopping us actually docking is the wing. It wants to dock, but let's see the wing stuck. You can see the wing. I've got this wing stuck on the bloody that thing there, and I'm trying to get it into position, trying to move it around a bit more. And so I swap over to the I swap back, keep doing some swapping, and I'm on the companion right now, trying to change how it is so that I can actually move it. Then I end up changing back to the Eagle, and we actually move the thing, we move it around. And it comes into... Oh, we're there. Yep, and we're there. And we docked successfully, guys. And that is the end of the episode. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more Kerbal Space Program Adventures with me as your host, Bessa, be sure to subscribe. And I will see you guys next time on episode 3 or an Outlast video.